Pizza.
Come on up, Jacob. We're welcome to Broad Street Studios. This is David Krukoff. This is Jacob Krukoff. It's Cruz Pick 6.
Once again, Owen's being a party poopo. He couldn't come again this week, even though he's picking the marquee games.
Okay, he's picking all the games that he's picking, right?
Well, yes.
Okay,
And
you know all of Owen's picks.
yes, he sent me a text of them. Once
Okay,
again, he's
great.
being a
And
party.
Jacob wanted to pick all the scores today. I'm going to even pick scores today, so I'm going to ask you over/under questions, Jacob, later on. Okay. Last week, guess what? We did not do well the youngsters did not do well. Jacob was 2-4. Owen was 2-4. I was 4-2. For the season, I think I'm 5-7.
It was 6-6.
I'm 6-6. What are you, Jacob? You're
I was 7-5.
No,
and Owen is
5-7.
5-7.
Okay.
Pretty close.
Okay. All right. So it's close right now, but we're gonna see if we can get our records better. Start off with the marquee games. We have 3 marquee games that Owen picked. He's got the Broncos at the Bengals, the Vikings at the Panthers, and the Redskins at the Giants as his marquee games. Let's start out with Owen's picks on the Broncos at the Bengals. What does Owen want?
Owen has the Broncos winning 17-10.
So Owen's got
17-10.
17. All right. Oops, that's not good.
17
17-10
Broncos.
Broncos. So that means that he's got the Broncos beating the spread.
Yes.
Okay. Broncos, Bronx. This could be our Bronx. All right. Broncos. Okay, so what do you got for this one, Jacob?
For this one, I think the Bengals will win, but I think the Broncos will cover. Just like Owen's pick is going to be low scoring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it will be 17-16 Bengals.
17-16 Bengals. Okay.
Which means the Bronx would cover.
And so that's a Bronco. That means Broncos cover. So you guys are both going with Broncos to cover the spread.
Yes.
And the Broncos are 2-0, correct?
Yes.
And the Bengals are 1-1, right?
Yes, they're 1-1. But this
So
is
why
at
is
Cincinnati.
why is the Bengals favored by 3.5? The Broncos seem like a good team.
I don't know. Well,
You don't know.
it's at Cincinnati.
Both you guys are picking. Both you guys are picking the Broncos beat the spread. I'm gonna go contrarian here. I'm gonna go Bengals to beat the spread somehow. I'm gonna go 20-16 Bengals, just to be different from you guys. Okay.
All right.
All right. So next game, Vikings at Carolina. I'm gonna start. Vikings are good, right, Jacob?
They're good. So is
Who's
Carolina.
playing quarterback? The Vikings.
Bradford. They have no Peterson though this week.
Okay, really? That's interesting information. Carolina's favored by 7. I'm going to say Carolina wins this game, but I'm going to say that the Broncos cover.
The Vikings.
The Vikings cover. I'm going to go with 27-21 Carolina. That means that the Vikings beat cover.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So mine very similar.
Yeah, what do you got?
Although I'm going to pick a little more exciting.
Okay.
Well, I think the Panthers will win a thrill in overtime.
Yeah.
29-23.
Okay, so you have the same spread that I have, but different, very similar.
Yeah.
Carolina,
And they win it in overtime.
but that means the Vikings cover.
Yes.
Okay. And then what does that one say about this game?
Owen's pick is all Carolina.
What do you-
28-17.
28-17 Carolina. Okay. All right. Now, last game that I want to has as a marquee game is the dreadful Redskins, the poor, awful Redskins who blew the game against the Cowboys. Awful loss, made me so upset. They're at the Giants. They never win in New York. Giants favored by 4.5. Jacob, don't play with that.
What?
4.5 points. Who started? Oh, you see. Owen started first, then I went first. You start with this one, Jacob.
I think we'll lose in a frustrating shootout.
Oh, shoot. Okay, go on.
I think the Redskins will cover.
Yeah.
I'm thinking this game is going to be pretty competitive.
Yeah.
But the Redskins will lose 31-30.
Giants.
Not to mention the fact that the Redskins haven't won a Week 3 game in like 10 years.
Okay.
Or like in 9 years or something. No, they haven't won a Week 3 game since 2008.
Wow. Okay. How do you know that? You just doing that by yourself, or you?
Past statistics. They haven't won a Week 3 game since 2008.
What does Owen think?
Owen's all Giants, 21-16, which might be the more reasonable pick.
Okay. Well, I think the Redskins will lose by 3. I'm gonna go 34-31 Giants.
And that means the Redskins cover.
Correct. Okay. Now, let's go to Owen's picks for his other games. He's got the Texans at the Patriots. I can't understand why the Texans are favored by a point, but according to Jacob's ESPN app, they are. So what's the story here, Jacob?
Well, it's the quarterback situation. Garoppolo got hurt.
Yeah.
And interestingly enough, the Patriots led 31-3, but they won 31-24.
Okay, so what does Owen think?
And actually, I picked this game on Facebook and I was off by a point.
Okay.
But that's not important for now.
You're talking about last week's game.
Yeah, I predicted 31-23 Patriots.
Okay, so that's nice that you were so close, but
Yeah, I didn't pick it.
Yeah.
But anyway, Owen has the Patriots 23-10.
So Owen's got 23-10 Pats, and that's the Pats.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not picking that game. What's Owen got for the Cardinals and the Bills? You can face the camera.
He has the Cardinals winning 30-17.
Cardinals 30-17?
Yes.
So he's got the Cardinals covering, right?
Yeah.
The Bills don't look very good. They fired their offensive coordinator, right?
Yeah, but it's kind of a controversial move because they scored 31 points last week.
Didn't they score something by their defense?
That is true, you're right, they did, but they scored 31 points.
Okay. All right, what's Jake Owen's last game? Raiders, who I think are a pretty good team.
They won 22. I think the Raiders will win 22-14 according to Owen.
22-14, the Raiders.
Yeah.
Okay, so Owen has those picks. I gotta say, I don't know why the Raiders are underdogs either. I don't think of the Titans a very good team, but whatever. All right,
They won.
Jacob, you have a college game. Talk to me.
First of
about
all, I am forever a Mountaineer, as you can see this shows.
that. Okay, go on.
I am actually going to the game this weekend with my mother,
With your mother.
of my mom, at FedEx Field to see this game play.
So the Mountaineers are playing in the D.C. area.
And
you know, Morgantown is 3 hours to the west of here.
Yes.
And
They're playing BYU.
they're playing BYU,
Not
who's
Maryland.
coming across from Utah to play at FedEx Field
Yes.
on Saturday. What time?
3:30.
And where are your seats?
140.
Seat section 140. Okay.
141, we have good seats.
Good seats. All right, very good. So the Mountaineers are favored by 7. What do you think?
Well, of course, it's going to be the highest scoring game of the week. It's college football in West Virginia. The Big 12 and the known to score a lot of points. I
Yeah.
think BYU will score a lot of points too.
Yeah.
I think West Virginia
Mhm.
will cover though. I
Yeah.
think West Virginia will win 42-34.
WVU. All right, that's your pick. You want to tell me about the Steelers and the Eagles? The Battle of
This is
Pennsylvania?
a big game. In fact, my Uncle Charlie, I heard, was going to go to this game, and then he realized the tickets were outrageous. As I found the cheapest ticket was like $176.
Okay, interesting. And that's at the Lincoln Financial Field,
Yeah,
right?
it's a big game because both of these teams are the Eagles seem to be surprisingly good.
And also the Steelers fan traveled well. It's just across the
It's
state.
a good game.
All right,
It's
so
a
go on.
good game. I don't know why Owen didn't pick this marquee game.
So what do you got?
I think the Eagles had 2 blowout wins again with the rookie quarterback, who seems like a show, but those were also
What do you
against.
show?
Well, the Eagles won in pretty convincing fashion their first 2 games, but
Yes.
those were also against bad teams.
Right.
This is a bigger challenge,
Yeah.
but I think the Eagles will cover I think the Eagles will cover, but the
Yeah.
Steelers will win the game,
Okay.
27-26 Steelers.
Pitt.
So
Okay, that's Pittsburgh covering. That's Eagles covering.
yes.
All right, interesting. And what's your last game
The
there?
Falcons at the Saints. I'm wondering if this Monday night game has to do with the 10th anniversary of when the Falcons played the Saints on Monday Night Football after Hurricane Katrina.
Okay, maybe they'll mention that. Was that something you just came up with?
I just know for a fact they played Monday Night Football week 3 10 years ago.
Okay, there you
Maybe
go.
after Katrina might be that.
All right. Well, you
Both of
picked
these
it.
defenses aren't very good.
Yeah.
Saints can see them winning 35-31.
35-31 Saints. So the Saints cover.
Yeah, I think New Orleans will get a win this week.
All right. All right. So now I have to pick 3 games. I got the Steelers and the Eagles. So you picked that game too, right?
Yeah.
And you picked it to be 27-26 Pittsburgh, which is an interesting pick. It's a good pick. I think the Eagles aren't as good as their record. I think Pittsburgh is quite good. I'm going to go with Pittsburgh higher than that. I'm going to go Pittsburgh 28, Eagles 24, and that means Pittsburgh is covering.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got the Raiders, and I have faith in the Raiders this year. So I'm going to take the Raiders over the Titans. I don't know much about the Titans at all. I'm going to take Raiders 30, Titans 20.
Mm-hmm.
The Raiders. And lastly,
The Rams at Tampa.
the Rams at Tampa. Jacob, I'm going with the Rams. The Rams are the underdog. I like the dog in this case. The Rams, I think, are not respected. I think they're on the rebound.
Also, I think I saw something that Jeff Fisher's 8-1 against the Buccaneers.
There you go. There you go. So I'm going to go right now with this game. I'm going to go 21-20 Rams. Rams win outright.
They don't win outright. They don't win outright, but they win the game.
No, I'm saying they win outright, 21-20.
I thought outright means they
They,
win.
no, that means they win the game. Outright means they win the game.
Oh, got it.
Okay, so, and if they beat the spread, obviously, because they're 5.5 point dogs. So that's it for this week. I picked the scores for the first time. I usually don't pick scores. Jacob's got the scores going, Owen's got the scores going. I'm confident we're going to do better than we did last week.
And my scores are.
So,
The scores are higher than usual. Mine is the first game.
so that's our picks for this week. Enjoy, base your bets on our picks. That's it for this week.
All right.